guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to be answering your guys' juicy questions. I went on Instagram and I asked you guys to send over some juicy questions for me to answer. So I'm super excited. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, my name is Yvette. If you guys are not new to my channel, then welcome back. But if you guys want to go ahead and see me get ready while I answer your questions, then just keep on watching. Okay. So I already did my eyebrows. You guys already know that's like the one thing I usually do off of camera because I have absolutely no patience to do my eyebrows on camera, and I feel like they just don't come out the same. But today we had a very good brow day. I'm in the process of growing them out. So this one here is finally, she's low-key turning into my into my Target brow, and this one's low-key turning into my Walmart brow. And it used to be like vice versa, but I'm in the process of growing them out and I feel like they look so freaking good right now. Should have been a little more prepared for this. First question is, did you get on birth control after having Mateo? And I did not. I am currently not on birth control. Like you guys know, I have never really liked birth control. I've been pretty open about my experience with birth control and how I feel about it. So no, I am not on birth control. I obviously just try to do every measure I could possibly do to make sure I don't get pregnant. But of course, that's how Mateo happened. I'm just praying that we don't get pregnant until he gets a vasectomy. So that's kind of where I'm at. How do you feel about OnlyFans since a lot of couples are doing it? So obviously, OnlyFans topic is something that, I mean, I could voice my opinion. I just don't want it to, one, offend anybody because this is just my personal feelings about it. But I myself would never do OnlyFans. I feel like the only way I would do OnlyFans is if I'm like selling my foot, which I have been thinking about it because if you follow me on Snapchat, there's a lot that I could be making off of my foot. Not just one foot, like both of my feet. But that's probably the only time you will ever see me on OnlyFans. And I don't have anything, like, I'm not here to judge anybody's life choices. Like, if you want to do OnlyFans, girl, more power to you. If you want to do OnlyFans with your man, more power to you. I actually was reached out by 2 people who do OnlyFans, and I don't know if like now people are like recruiting people, but you know, I kindly declined. I did let them know that obviously that wasn't my vibe in a sense, and I say my vibe is just because I'm like trying to find the right words to say, to be honest, because I really do not want to offend anybody. It's just I personally would not do OnlyFans. I know that there's so much money that could be made, and I have heard a lot of people that make crazy money on there, but me personally, I just feel like I think about the fact that I'm a mom and I have kids, and I feel like the internet is not stamped in pencil, like it's stamped in ink, and whatever you post will always be on the internet. It will always be on the internet, and it will only be a matter of time until it comes back up. And because I am a mom, I just feel like I would never want that to be a conversation that anybody brings up to my children. And I honestly just wouldn't want to put myself in that situation where it got brought up. And it's crazy because I'm going to tell you guys a little story. My niece, Jalen, she's 15. She's 15 and she, you know, goes to school in Stockton, and I know a lot of the little girls that she goes to school with, even like guys, know that I'm her aunt. And she has mentioned that it really bothers her sometimes when people bring me up. And even if it's like something like, oh, your aunt's ugly or something, I don't know, like they've never said that, at least I hope not, but you know, if they say a comment about me, Jalen really doesn't like that. And I have other nieces and nephews, obviously. I have a nephew too who, it's a completely different story with him, but you know, they always tell me like, oh, like the kids at my school, they know who you are, and like they bring me up. And although even if I didn't have kids, I think about my nieces and nephews that I would hate for one day for like a little boy to tell my niece like, oh, I saw your mom's titties on OnlyFans, or, and I know that a lot of the people on there are not even showing like super explicit stuff like that, but I just would never want that to be a conversation that happens and makes my niece or somebody feel embarrassed of what I'm doing on the internet. And I've actually told like my nieces and nephews, like, what would you do if I started OnlyFans? You know, and they're like, they look at me kind of like, please don't do that. Like, we go to school, you know, like they actually verbally tell me those things. So, you know, that's who I think about. And I feel like I can think about that now because they're in their teenage years. So they're the only thing closest to me to be able to really understand like kind of what that life would be like if like one day I did that and then like my kids were older. And it's a perfect contour brush. If you want to give yourself a nice bomb snatched look, this is the one. I just personally myself, speaking from my own life and my own self, I just would not do it. But if you guys do see an OnlyFans profile pop up, it's probably my feed, and I'm highly considering it. Highly. I also learned that OnlyFans is not just to be naked, by the way, guys. OnlyFans can also be for like exclusive content for like people that cook. Like there's some people who like do cooking shows and comedy shows, and it's not just like the sex industry. but yeah, in case you guys didn't know. So the two brushes that I went in with right now are these two here, and we have brush 101 and brush 102. I use this one for my face, and it's just a big, fat, chunky, full brush. And honestly, this is going to be your favorite. Like if you guys do not buy the whole set and you guys want to buy one brush, or like three, I'll tell you guys which three you guys should get. But this one is 101. And when I launched my brushes the first time, excuse me, when I launched my brushes the first time, this was the original one. If you guys can see, it looks pretty similar, but this one is just more dense, more thick. The application is just so much nicer with this one. So that's kind of where the change happened. Aside from the color, we changed the hair. We went in to make sure that it was just thicker, more dense. It's just easy application. It's honestly, I perfected these brushes. These were all curated by me. You guys are buying my go-to brushes for the past couple of years. Like these are the brushes that I feel like everybody needs in their collection. So yeah, this was the first one, and then now this is the one we're launching. This is the perfect brush for bronzer, for foundation, for blush. I like to kind of go back and forth between these two, which is 102 and 103. This one is definitely a little smaller. It's like a smaller version of this Morphe brush that I love, that you guys saw me pick up right now. I would love to create something like this. I just haven't been able to perfect the fullness of it. But this is also like a really good brush. But I have a smaller version because this one gave me a little bit more control. And this is 103, and you can also go in here and apply your blush to have a little bit more control of your application, just like that. I went straight into the questions that I didn't even show you guys the freaking brushes. But this collection, this is what they look like. A packer brush for like under, and as well as packing like my full base on my eyeshadow. And then for blending, these are my go-to blending brush. We have 107 and 108, and these are the perfect blending brushes. And then for something a little bit more tapered, more controlled, we have 109 and 113. So these are the brushes that we are going to be using for my eyes. Next question is, how do I deal with the downsides of marriage, and is he a communicator? Ulises is an amazing communicator. He loves to talk about his feelings, and I love that about him. I feel like it took me a long time to get used to speaking about my emotions, because I feel like I also grew up in a very different household where we just don't talk about our feelings, we don't talk about emotions. But we're emotional, like we tell each other I love you and like all that stuff, but we just don't talk about like important stuff. I don't know, unless it's like really bad, but we don't just like sit there and like communicate, you know? So it did take me a long time to kind of get used to having a partner who communicates so well. But yeah, I feel like, you know, with Ulises and I, it's not obviously perfect. Like we have our ups and our downs. We, you know, struggle with our differences sometimes, but Ulises is like the only really safe and happy thing that I have in my life. Like the foundation that I have in my home is amazing. And I appreciate that so much, because I couldn't imagine my marriage not being great and me having to deal with everything on top of what I already deal with. I am so blessed to just have that, because like I said, guys, like my life is so chaotic sometimes, and I'll be like arguing, even if it's like an argument with like my mom or like my sisters, or I'm going through something at work or something's happening, like he's my person. Like I can tell him and he never makes me feel stupid about anything. Like if I'm overwhelmed, he calms me. If I'm stressed, he calms me. If I'm upset, he calms me. If I'm going through something, like we just have a really, really good communication. And I hope that he feels the same about me, you know, because I do feel like we try our best to always make sure that we have each other's back. And communication is key, you know, but I do believe, guys, that you have to be able to have a partner who loves to communicate with you as well and is willing to communicate with you. Because if you're a good communicator and your partner isn't, there's going to be a lot of clashing and you're not really going to go anywhere, you know. So thankfully he is great. Like he is a marriage spicy. So honestly, just trying to, spicy doesn't even have to be just sexy, you know, like, oh, like we're just gonna have sex all the time. Like spicy could be just, you know, being able to just kind of see each other and have those feelings again from like when you first met, you know. And that could be, you know, just going out on a date and, you know, you really taking the time to really just put yourself together and looking really cute, and, you know, not forgetting that even if you have kids, you know, can't do those things. And I feel like that's something that we do a really good job at. Like we always try to make sure like we feel our best, we look our best, and we compliment each other. And like when he looks good, I'm like, you look good, babe. And he's like, oh my God, you look good. Like those things go a long way in continuing to get that feeling that like I love my man, you know, and my man loves me, and we feel good about each other. And, you know, we like to make sure that, yes, we're parents, and we make sure that we are always there for our babies and that they're okay, but we never forget about ourselves. And, you know, date nights are great. You know, I try to pay attention a lot to like kind of what he likes. Like if I know that he likes my hair a certain way, like I'm gonna wear my hair straight today because my man thinks it's sexy. You know, it's like really just doing those little things that, you know, are gonna catch your man's attention. It's like trying again, you know, trying all over. It's really cute stuff for your man before, and like, you know, that's something that he really likes. Then doing those things are always going to continue to keep your relationship feeling fresh. And I know sometimes it's hard when we're balancing so much with life, because I get distracted too, guys. Like don't think that I wake up every day and I'm like, I'm gonna make my man happy today. No, you know, like I'm gonna have my moments, and that's normal. That's a normal part of having a marriage and having a relationship with someone. But being able to still find that love for your partner is so important. Things that you know that they love, like if you know your man loves when you make him cupcakes, make him cupcakes. If you know that your man loves when you know, massage his feet, then massage his feet. Like, I don't know, whatever your man's into, then, you know, do it. That way he knows that he's being appreciated. And I also, guys, I don't expect you to do that if your man is not also doing that for you. I know sometimes it gets hard when you feel like it's, you know, one-sided and you're the only person that's actually contributing to the relationship, but it definitely has to start somewhere with one of you guys. So always continuing to do those things, and then doing those nice things like looking good, feeling good, and doing nice things for your man is going to lead to spicy time at night because you're gonna be happy, you know? So it all plays hand in hand for sure. Do my eyeliner off of camera because I was struggling, girl. Next question is, now with 3 kids, do you and Elisa's have time to do the dirty? So yes, we do. The kids are asleep by 8 p.m. Max and Camila sleep in their own room, and they no longer wake up at night. It's just Mateo and myself and Ulises, and Mateo's still so tiny that he honestly is like in his own crib on his side, like has no idea what's going on, no idea what's happening. But yeah, we do have time, and I feel like also having my kids on a schedule, which I've always shared with you guys that I am all about routine with my children. And the fact that they're on a routine and they know that like bedtime's at this time and we're out, we know that we have those hours to us. And that could be in any way, you know, it doesn't have to just necessarily be to do the deed. It could be for anything, to talk, to see how our day was, to communicate, sit down, to read a book, to, you know, just lay in bed. And like those things are so important and so valuable in a relationship that I feel like even when Elises has a really rough day, like he'll be like, okay, babe, we need to have some pillow time because we need to chat, you know, like how our day was. And those are just kind of like things that work for us. But yeah, the kids after 8 o'clock, I don't even got kids. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so this is what I love. This brush, like look how bomb she is. Look, you can go right under. You have so much control. The perfect nose contouring duo. 105 and 104. These are soulmates. They are soulmates. And then you could even go under there and like add powder or anything like that to really just complete your look. If you want to do like a brightening powder under here, you can do that with this one. You can even also use it as like a concealer brush for liquid if you're looking for a good concealer brush, but this one is so bomb. I guess my lip, I'm gonna go in there with Dulce K for my lip liner. Another question is, do you ever regret showing so much of your life on social media? I feel like before I would. I do like, why did I even like post that? Why was I that vulnerable? Why did I open up? Why did I mention that? Like there's been times when I do question those things, but not anymore. I feel like now I'm just more careful, honestly, about what I do share. I just try to keep things a little bit more to me, like more precious to me. But I don't regret it. I've always been very raw with you guys, you know, like I've always shared all of my ups and downs with you guys. And I'm happy that I have. And I'm so happy that I've also documented so much of my life, because sometimes I'll watch videos from like back then and I see like Liam so small and Jaylene so small and like Max being born and me getting married with Ulises, and like I see those things and I'm like, I'm so happy that I documented that. I'm so happy that I documented those moments and I shared those moments, and they're all like, I'm gonna be able to relive those moments because I vlogged, you know? And I have no regrets. No regrets. No regrets. This is a really good lip. It's a really nice lip. Hi, babe. Did you bring me huevos?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Only got you one. There's 2 more here.
You're ugly.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. I'm going in with my lip. This is the old KKW Nude 2. On my lips. It's a really cute lip combo. So pretty. Okay, let me just finish doing my hair and then I'll be right back. So I just straightened my hair. And should I put it behind my ear? What do you guys think? It's kind of cute, huh? A little behind the ear moment. I'm gonna wear these shades. So cute, huh? Is she a moment? Is she a moment or not? Okay, guys. Well, guys, if you guys are still here, you're still watching, this is the brush collection that I used for today's look. It is launching on the 14th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And basically, when you buy the whole set, you will get this bag for free. The detailing is amazing, guys. So you guys can see the repetitive EXO logo, but it's still very nice and sleek. The inside, easy to wash, so you don't have to worry about it staining your, like the makeup staining your bag, the brushes, or anything like that. But let me show you guys one by one which one will be launching. So we have 101, which is a full face powdered brush, amazing for powder application. 102, and this one is great for like foundation, for bronzer, for contour, for blush. You guys can use this one. I love that it's angled, so you get like the perfect application. 103, it is a blush brush, and you get a little bit more of a precise application with this one. You don't have to worry about it being too much. You have a lot more control, and she is just so pretty. And I have been rocking with a similar brush like this for a couple of years now. When I created this whole collection, these were brushes that I use on a daily basis, like brushes that I know I need in my collection, and this is the full collection. You're not gonna need any more brushes. I promise you, you can do a whole look with these. And yeah, that one is that. And then 104, which I told you guys about, you guys are going to love. Did I jump one? Oh no, 104, and then this one is for under eye. You could use it as concealer with powder, anything like that. This one's gonna be your go-to. And then we have the contour, and it's an angled small contour brush for the perfect nose contour. Do you guys see? Amazing. 106, which is a fluffy highlight brush. And then we have 107, and this is a medium blending fluff brush. 108, another blending brush. This one's a little bit more precise. And then 109 is a smaller version of the 107. It's like a smaller, more detailed one for those like inner and outer corners. 10 is a small packer brush for shadows. Excuse my dough in the back. Don't worry, his dad got him. A small little tiny packer brush. And then we have 111, which is a bigger packer brush for shadows. So we have like a little tiny one. We have a small version and a little version. So this is for like inner, smaller areas. And then this one's for like overall lid. You can also even use this one for like nose contouring. Every single brush, guys, no matter what, if a brush is meant to do something, it's really not meant to do it. Like you could do whatever you want your brushes to do. As long as it works for you and your application, you can do whatever you want with these brushes. I'm just showing you guys like what I like to do with my brushes. So 112 is a concealer brush, and this one is a thick concealer brush. This is the brush that we would use for like a cut crease. This brush you can also use to grab like glitter and just apply it on your lid, all that good stuff. And then we have a 113 brush. 113 is a more precise just application, like outer inner. I like how it's really thin, so it can really go into like those creases, the bottom, to add any shadow under, and it's going to just really stick to the brush, and you're not gonna have to worry about like it's gonna grab all the shadow. And then we have this one, which is these two are my babies. This is for brows and this is for, you know, shadow or pomade, whatever you use. I like to use this also for under to add, you know, some shadow under my line. And then here 114 is my concealer brush, and this is my go-to, guys. This is actually a brush version of mine. Oh, it's not the same one. I have one similar to this, I just can't find it, but it's the brush version of my paintbrush. So I obviously have paintbrushes that I use from Amazon, and I mean they work great, but I wanted to create a brush version of it. And this is my baby. She is 114 and she is perfect and amazing for you to even make like a cut crease, to have just really nice control over your concealer. I like to use this for under my brow and it's amazing. But yeah, these are all of the brushes that are going to be launching, and I am so excited for you guys to get your hands on them. Like I said, if you guys pick up the whole collection is retailing for $99. It is the same price as our last brush set collection, and you get a free bag. So before with the other collection, you didn't get a free bag. Now you get this really cute free bag, and I love her. I don't know if we're gonna sell her by itself yet, but for now, the only way that you can get it is in the collection if you buy the whole set. So yeah, it's retailing for $99. It's a must have. Like, we all need brushes. If you're a makeup girly, like, this is the full collection. You're not gonna need to buy any more brushes. Like, these are the perfect, if you're starting, if you're already a pro, like, these are going to be your go-to. You're gonna love. Everybody loved our last collection. We sold out in minutes of our last collection, and we never brought the sets back, and the sets were the ones that were like highly requested. So we made sure to stock up on more sets this time, that way we could have it for everyone to be able to get their hands on. But we had amazing feedback. The reaction with these brushes were amazing. We have people who come back and they restock and they restock, and also they're for the quality. They are at an amazing price range. Even when you buy them individually, our brushes retail from like $4 to like $7 to I think our most expensive is maybe like $11 or $12. I don't quote me on that, I don't know, but we have a very high variety of brushes at different price points, but we wanted to make sure that they were affordable for you guys and you guys could get your hands on them. So the whole collection will be $99, guys, and you guys will get this bag for free. And look at the details too. Look at the zipper. Look at the detail on the zipper. Evettexo Cosmetics. Like, I love her. I don't want to kiss her because I don't want to get her dirty. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys, and thank you for the chit chat and watching me get ready today. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I love you guys. Bye.